June 22nd, this past Saturday night, Donald Trump ordered B-2 bombers. These are the multi-billion-dollar bombers based in Missouri. And 7 of them apparently flew almost 15 hours one way, 6,000 miles, and each of them perhaps was equipped with 2 of these terrible bunker busters, 30,000 pounds. 14 of them were dropped on the Fordow nuclear site, and cruise missiles from submarines then hit the other 2 as well. And the question is, what happens now?
So once you cross the Rubicon, you cross the Rubicon. As Napoleon said, if you're going to take Vienna, take Vienna.
Usually when an American president does anything in the Middle East, it doesn't work out well for a variety of reasons. Jimmy Carter's presidency was destroyed by his failed 1980 April rescue attempt. Joe Biden was about 50% approval until the disastrous flight from Kabul. Israel's taken out 50% of the mobile launchers. If you look at the number of missiles that are reaching Israel each day, they are diminishing, and Israel's ability, therefore, to knock out these vestigial attacks will increase. What Trump did was not 1991 First Desert War, where it's a preliminary to a ground invasion. It was not 2003 preliminary to a ground invasion. It was not 2011 bombing Libya for regime change. There was a specific task, and that was to take out what remained of the nuclear acquisition program in Iran, and apparently it did that in spectacular fashion. So what is going to be the reaction to all of this?
Welcome back to Expert Playback. What Victor Davis Hanson identifies here isn't just tactical success, it's the end of America's Middle East curse. Every president since Carter has gotten trapped in the same quicksand, initial strikes that demand follow-up operations, which demand occupation, which demand nation building. Saturday night wasn't the start of another Middle East quagmire. It was a surgical precision strike with a clear mission: eliminate Iran's nuclear program. And according to reports out so far, it was an unprecedented success. Trump didn't try to change Iran's government. He made their government irrelevant. Carter's hostage rescue, Bush's Iraq war, Obama's Libya intervention, Biden's Afghanistan exit, all disasters that started with good intentions. But Saturday night broke that pattern. Why waste decades trying to moderate a theocracy when you can simply remove their ability to threaten anyone? This was pure realpolitik. Neutralize the threat and let the regional powers resolve their issues with a ceasefire and talks.
Israel is achieving complete supremacy of the air, and by that I mean not just the ability to go into Iranian airspace, but more importantly, to diminish both the number and the effectiveness of Iranian missiles that are landing in Israel. The top 20 or 25 officers were taken out by Israel. They know there's a list. The subordinate officers, the next tier, must know their name is on it. They must know that people are angry, that over 50 years nearly, they spent $1 trillion subsidizing the Houthis, Hezbollah, Hamas, the Assad dynasty. And for what?
Hanson's reading the Iranian military's psychology here, and it's devastating. These aren't just tactical losses. This is a complete collapse of institutional credibility. When your entire officer corps realizes they've spent 50 years building a house of cards that Israel knocked down in 5 days, loyalty becomes a luxury they can't afford. The real question isn't whether Iran will retaliate. It's whether Iran's military will even take orders from the theocracy that led them into this catastrophe. Meanwhile, Israel owns the skies over Iran, and America just proved it can reach any target, anywhere, anytime untouched.
Well, we know that the THAAD and the Patriot and the Iron Dome and the Arrow and David Sling don't work. There's like 100, a wave of 100. They take out 90, 93, 94%. That's amazing.
Their one card was that we have the specter of a nuclear bomb, so you better come to us and talk. They don't have that anymore, at least not for the foreseeable future. The only negotiable item is whether they survive or not. Israel has done the unbelievable. If we had this conversation on October 8th of 2023, we would have said the very idea that they're going to take on the formidable Hezbollah legions, that they're going to destroy Hamas, that they're going to neutralize some of the Houthis, that they're going to cause the Assad dynasty to flee, that Russia is going to be out of the Middle East, that Iran is going to be defenseless.
Iran's entire regional strategy, the proxy armies, the nuclear threats, the axis of resistance, just evaporated. Iran's negotiating position isn't just weakened, it's backwards. Usually, you negotiate to avoid destruction, but when your nuclear program is already gone and your proxies are defeated, what's left to negotiate? Trump essentially forced Iran into a position where they have to ask permission to survive. That's not diplomacy. That's accepting terms of surrender.
As far as the United States, they have restored the deterrence that was lost by Joe Biden in a variety of ways, but most spectacularly in Afghanistan. So it's a very tense situation. No one can predict what's going to follow, but for right now, things are much better now after Saturday night than they were before.
If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button so more people see it. And if you want more sharp takes on global power plays, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.